And here in the capital Accra, my name is Kwabna Chenchen. You're still watching News Today here on your Joy News channel, available on your multi-TV digibox, also available on your Go TV channel 144 and your DSTV channel 421. Away from that, let's do some more stories. And the biggest challenge facing disabled persons in Ghana is the little commitment from government in promoting the rights of physically challenged persons in the country. Now, that's according to the Disability Rights Fund. Ghana passed the National Disability Act in 2006 that sought to provide disability-friendly facilities and generally to promote the welfare of disabled persons. But after almost 10 years since the law was passed, little has been done in this regard. Program Officer of the Disability Rights Fund for Africa, Mehdi Sengoba, says developing countries like Ghana cannot continue to use their underdevelopment as an excuse for their failure to deal with problems facing disabled persons.
The biggest challenge is that there isn't enough commitment from the state towards fully addressing issues affecting persons with disabilities. And I say this because when you look at it across the different sectors of government, let's say from the perspective of laws and policies, let's say from the perspectives of programs, from the perspectives of the institutional framework, from the perspective of representation, from the perspective of integration of people with disabilities and disability issues across the different sectors. So I feel that while normally when you engage with many government officials, they raise the fact that Ghana is a developing country, Ghana is not a rich country, but I've also raised a counter-argument around the fact that where I come from Uganda, when we are talking about developed countries in Africa, we mentioned South Africa, Ghana, and the list goes on. But at least within the top 5, Ghana is there. But then when you look at the fact that in those jurisdictions we are able to do some of the things that probably you don't see here. For example, representation. But at least people with disabilities in Rwanda have a representative in parliament. In Uganda, we have 5, and in a few other countries. But also when you look at let's say the commitments towards, let's say, reform of laws, towards integration of disability as a development issue across all programs. Yesterday we had this discussion around statistics and data. Normally when you're a person with a disability or an advocate going to government to ask for, let's say, engagement, they will tell you, oh, how many people, what are the numbers? The problem, you come to us without numbers, forgetting that actually the principal data collection agency is usually a state entity.